Are you thinking about getting a commission-only job? You probably heard that it's a job where you can make 10K, 20K, 30K, right? Or maybe you did what I did. Go on Indeed, typed in six figures as one of the requirements, and you started looking that those were the only good paying jobs. I've been doing commission jobs for the last 6 years, and let me tell you, although the pay is good, it does suck at times. Hi guys, welcome back to my journey to becoming a millionaire. My name is Chris Mo. If you don't know me, I do $1 to $2 million in construction sales, got a six-figure income, some passive investments, and I got nothing to sell you. You see, I make these videos so I can document my life so my grandchildren can know who I am, and hopefully this can inspire others to start their own journey. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the worst part about having a commission-only job. That way, you know what you're getting yourself into. I've seen way too many people apply for these jobs and just last 3 months and eventually just quit because they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. I'm going to keep it as real as I can with you guys. That way you know the truth about what these jobs entail. So without further ado, let's get started. First, let's go back in time a little bit. You see, at one point in my life, I was working 3 jobs. I decided to look for other opportunities because I was just working too much. And I did what probably most of you are doing right now. I went on Indeed and started to look for better opportunities. I just wanted to make more money. Scrolling through the jobs, I came across one job application from T-Mobile. It was a sales job. It was paying $15 an hour plus commission. I remember the ad saying that you can make anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 a month. I was in college at that time, so for me, that was a lot of money. I applied and went through the whole entire motion. 1 year into it, and I became one of the top sales reps for the company. I even won an all-inclusive paid trips to the Bahamas. Yeah, I was good. Being in T-Mobile, it made me realize the gift that God gave me. The gift to influence and persuade people. In other words, sales. However, soon after that Bahamas trip, I soon realized that I wasn't going to be able to make the amount of money that I really wanted to make. I was going to be capped at T-Mobile because I had no control over my paycheck. You see, due to economical restraints such as the location where it's at, how many people walk in, there's so many variables involved that I knew for a fact that being at T-Mobile was not going to be it. You see, I'm like a lot of people. I want to make a lot of money. And by a lot of money at that time and even to today is anything that's over 6 figures, right? I want to be making 6 figures. So I did what I did last time. I went on Indeed and started looking for a better opportunity. So I quit T-Mobile and started looking for another sales job because that's what I knew I was good at. And that is when I was introduced to this industry where I'm at now, selling residential construction to homeowners. However, this time around, I get paid commission only. Meaning, if I don't make sales, I don't get paid. I still remember the ad to this day. It said something about make 100K your first year. Anyone can do it as long as you're able to talk. We'll teach you. I even remember in the interview when I first met with the manager at the time, he went ahead and told me, yeah, like our top rep is even making $250,000. At that time, I thought they were crazy. I didn't believe it. I was like, no, there's no way. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. How is that possible? But even though I didn't believe it, I was sold. I mean, what else did I have to lose, right? If someone's making that amount of money, show me. So I said, why not? And the rest is history because today I'm still here. But why? Because commission-only jobs pay. And when they pay, they pay. For the last couple of years, I've been making over 100K in commissions. And I'm not saying that to go ahead and brag about it. No, because it hasn't been all rainbows and butterflies and money coming in all the time. It's been a tough battle to get here. And that's why I'm making this video, because before I got here, it was a grind. It was a hustle. It was constant failure, constant learning and improving. Just practice, practice, practice. It was a grind. And I kid you not, there was nights where I cried myself to sleep because I just didn't know if I had it in me. I was stressed out and it was really brutal. This job is not as easy as people think it is. Which brings me to the first point I want to make. This job is a grind. Yes, it can be a lucrative career and comes with a high income, but it's not easy. In every training class that I've been in, Usually the retention rate is less than 10%, meaning if you hire 10 sales guys, you're probably only going to keep 1 or 2. That's it. And the reason for that is because this line of work, it's a lot. Most companies give you 2 weeks of training or maybe a month, and you're expected to learn everything in that time frame, or else you get dropped. And what they don't do is they don't train. Even though you get training from that company, if you get training from that company, it's not only that. You have to go ahead and train there, and when you're done with that, you train afterwards. Just constant training and improving. And the reps that don't do that, then they fail. That's why I tell people this line of work, it's a grind, and you have to be ready for it. You have to do what most people aren't willing to do. And with that, be ready for the stress that it brings in the very early stages of this line of work. Because let me tell you, most people quit before it gets good. Since they can't get past that grind part and constantly learn the sales process and learn about whatever it is that they're selling, then it causes stress because they have bills to pay, and if they don't get any sales, then they're always stressing for money, which causes a lot of people in this line of work to be stressed out. Which is why I always tell new reps, make sure that your finances are in order, because if they're not, you're gonna be stressing for the next paycheck. I remember this was one of the first issues that I had coming into this industry, because this was all new to me. I was still trying to understand the fact that I was only getting paid based on my performance. My line of work is hard. Not a lot of people can do it. Even though it's not a lot of work physically, mentally it's a lot of work. There was times where I literally cried myself to sleep because I didn't know whether I made the right decision by getting into a commission-only sales job. I could have just been like everyone else and just gotten paid hourly. However, I got over it by doing what I know works. Practice. I practiced until I couldn't get it wrong. I would practice day in and day out. I gave up my weekends. I gave up hanging out with my friends just so I can practice getting good at my craft, because it was tough. And now I love it, which is crazy to even think about now. Which brings me to the last thing I want to leave you guys with. Trust the process. I know too many reps who try to come into my industry and say they did this amount in sales and this amount in revenue and blah 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 blah, right? It's usually a non-commission only sales job. They come into my line of work and just about 3 months they're right out the door because they couldn't get it right. And majority of the time, it's because they just didn't believe in the process. You see, what most people don't realize is that sales has a system. Once you learn that system, for whatever industry that you're in, never think that you're better than that system. I know that I'm a good salesman, but I'm not better than the system. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then maybe I'll tell you in another video. So if you want to see that video, make sure you like and subscribe so you can see me on this journey. Look, to be honest with you, yeah, these sales jobs can suck at times. Especially when you're not making any money, you're not being trained properly, and you're just constantly stressing 24/7. Just to keep it real, these jobs are for the people who want to take control of their paycheck. For those individuals who believe that they should be paid for what they're worth based on their performance. Yes, it is risky, but we all know the more risk you take, the more reward you get. But for those who dare to take this challenge, let me be the first to tell you that this can be a life-changing career for you. You just have to stick with it. The best advice that I can give anyone getting into a commission-only sales job is to find a mentor. Try to make friends with the best salesman in the company. It won't be easy, but if you show them that you have the grind and you're willing to put in the amount of time and effort, they'll help you out. Don't forget that humans are always willing to help others. At least some are. That's it though. Hopefully this video gave you some insights of what it's like to work a commission-only sales job. That way you're prepared for the job that you're applying, and hopefully you kill it. So if you did find some value in this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so we can make more of these videos and you can continue to see me on my journey. Till then, I'll see you next time.